Hi, in today's lesson, we're going to learn 13 adverbs of frequency. These are words and expressions used to talk about how often something happens. Before we start, I want to let you know that I've prepared a PDF with all the information that I'm going to cover in this lesson. Make sure you download it because it contains practice exercises for you to apply what you're going to learn in today's lesson. You can download it by clicking the link in the video description. Now let's get started with our lesson. First, I'm going to say all 13 of the adverbs and the frequency they represent. Then, we're going to learn where they go in a sentence. So let's get started. Always, all the time. Usually, normally. Often, a lot. Sometimes. Occasionally. From time to time. Rarely. Hardly ever. Almost never. Never. Now let's talk about where these adverbs go in a sentence. Let's start with the ones that can only go in the middle of a sentence. If the main verb of the sentence is the verb to be, the adverb of frequency goes after the verb. However, if the main verb of the sentence is any other verb than the verb to be, the adverb goes directly before the verb. Let's look at some examples. Number 1, always. Peter is always late to class. I always start working at 9 a.m. Number 2, rarely. He's rarely in a good mood. It rarely snows here. Number 3, hardly ever. We're hardly ever home since we like to travel. We hardly ever stay at home since we like to travel. Number 4, almost never. I'm almost never in the mood to go to a nightclub. I almost never drink soda. Number 5, never. Anne is never on time. Anne never gets here on time. Now let's look at the adverbs that always go at the end of a sentence. Number 1, all the time. We go to that restaurant all the time. It's our favorite. Number 2, from time to time. I don't like running that much, but I go for a run from time to time. Number 3, a lot. We don't have much time to cook at home, so we eat out a lot. Note, the expression a lot is informal, but we use it all the time. Now, let's look at 3 adverbs that can go either at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence. Usually, normally, and occasionally. As I said earlier, if the adverb is in the middle of the sentence, it goes before the main verb. However, if that verb is the verb to be, then the adverb goes after the verb to be. Now let's look at some examples. Number 1, usually. He's usually in a good mood, so I don't know what's wrong with him today. Usually, he's in a good mood, so I don't know what's wrong with him today. I usually stop working around 5 p.m. Usually, I stop working around 5 p.m. Number 2, normally. Normally, she's happy to see me, so she must be having a rough day. She's normally happy to see me, so she must be having a rough day. Normally, I call my mom twice a week. I normally call my mom twice a week. Number 3, occasionally. Occasionally, I'm late to class because of traffic. I'm occasionally late to class because of traffic. Occasionally, it snows in the spring. It occasionally snows in the spring. Now let's look at the adverb that can go either in the middle or at the end of a sentence. Often. Whenever to be is the main verb, often goes in the middle of the sentence and not at the end. For example, she's often tired after work, so I only see her on the weekends. However, when the main verb of the sentence is any other verb than the verb to be, often can go either in the middle or at the end of the sentence. I often go to the beach. I go to the beach often. Note, when often is at the end of a sentence, we often add the word pretty right before it to make it sound less formal. For example, I go to the beach pretty often. They come visit me pretty often. And finally, we have the adverb sometimes, which can go at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the sentence. Let's look at some examples. Sometimes I take the bus to work. I sometimes go to the movies by myself. I'm sometimes too tired to make dinner, so I eat out. I go to bed late sometimes. Alright, that's it. Now it's time for some homework. Write a sentence in the comments below using one of the adverbs that we learned today. If you learned something in this lesson, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so that you get notified every time I post a new video. See you next time. Bye.